Hi, welcome to Gateway Science Museum. My name is Adrienne McGraw and I am the director here at the museum. We are happy to take you on a tour today of our outside exhibits, our garden, and some of the cool things inside about Gateway Science Museum. So follow me.
I'm Michelle Ott, and as artist in residence here at Gateway Science Museum, I have the privilege of incorporating art into our science programming and natural history site. One of the ways I've been able to enact this process is to facilitate this mural painted at the entry to the museum in 2019. First, we decided that the welcoming experience of our guests would be enhanced with an art installation at our front door. Next, we invited students and professors at Chico State to tell us all of their ideas. In the Art and Art History department, a mural painting class was held in the spring of 2019. The students in the class visited our museum and explored indoors and outside, taking note of the land, plants, and history of our location. The artists then interviewed several of our staff to research the types of animals and plants that exist now or have existed here in the past. The result is a beautifully painted mural that inspires curiosity in our guests and activates the entrance space to the museum for our visitors of any age. Since the mural is on view outside of the museum, it's an especially wonderful work of art to visit while social distancing, and a great way to stay involved with Gateway during our pandemic closure. We hope you'll come visit and check it out really soon.
Hi, my name is Stephanie. I'm the exhibits curator at Gateway Science Museum. Come on in and I'll tell you the story of our building.
As you enter our building, look up and see a large domed skylight that covers the entrance lobby and welcome kiosk. This represents the many volcanoes that shaped Northern California's landscape, including Lassen Peak and Mount Shasta. Follow the floor pattern representing Big Chico Creek into the James W. Cornyn Valley Gallery, as it flows into the Sacramento River. Oriented geographically north to south, the concrete floor pattern represents the Sacramento River and the intersecting tributaries. Originating from the mountains of the North State, the Sacramento River moves south towards the Delta. The high ceilings overhead leave space for natural light and represent the airspace above the valley for the Pacific Flyway and the hundreds of species of birds that migrate through California in the winter. In the middle of the James W. Cornyn Valley Gallery, we have the Discovery Room, for children of all ages to explore activities based on changing themes. At the north and south ends of the Valley Gallery, we have two dedicated interactive exhibit spaces. At the south, we have our Newberry Gallery. At the north, we have our North Gallery. The Foothills exhibit greets you at the northernmost end of the Valley Gallery and leads us out into the Gateway Gardens.
And I'm the garden curator at Gateway. Let's take a walk through the garden.
This plant is the tufted hairgrass, and if you look closely, you can see its flowers. Grass species like this one rely on the wind to spread their pollen instead of pollinators. That's why the flowers aren't bright and colorful like some of the others you'll see today. If you look closely at the leaves of this manzanita, you may see a red growth on the edges of some of the leaves. These are galls. A gall is a tumor-like growth on the leaf that's caused by an insect irritating the plant. On the manzanita, tiny aphids call these galls their homes. The snowberry plant is easy to recognize by its white fruits. Even though we call them snowberries, these fruits are actually called drupes because they only have a single seed inside. Other familiar fruits like apricots, olives, cherries, pecans, and mangoes are also drupes. The snowberry plant is poisonous to humans, but it's an important food source for birds, small mammals, and bears. Look at this forest of California goldenrod. These tall, yellow-flowered plants are all connected underground. If you took away the soil beneath these plants, you'd find a complicated network of underground horizontal stems called rhizomes, from which each new plant sprouts. These stumps come from a cork oak tree. Originally from southwestern Europe and northern Africa, cork oak trees are part of CSU Chico's Arboretum. The bark of the tree is harvested to make corks for furniture, shoes, wine, and more. Do you see the seed pods of this western redbud tree? What do they remind you of? If you said peas, you would be right. The redbud is in the legume family, Fabaceae, along with peas, beans, clover, and peanuts. Do you see any dry fruit on this bush? Each contains numerous seeds. In the early summer, the burgundy red flowers of the spice bush are pollinated by sap beetles. After pollination, these flowers will close and form the dry fruit you see here. Incense cedar gets its name from the strong scent naturally produced by its evergreen leaves. This scent is a form of plant defense because the leaves taste bad to herbivores that would try to eat them. These sage plants are some of the most popular plants in the garden for pollinators. Watch closely for honeybees, bumblebees, carpenter bees, butterflies, and moths. White alders grow in riparian zones, or areas with streams, creeks, and rivers. It grows very quickly, up to 30 inches per year. As a mature tree, the white alder stands at 50 to 80 feet tall. California coffeeberry is found in western North America. Depending on their stage of ripeness, its fruit can be red, green, or black, and look like the fruit of a coffee plant, even though they aren't related. Remember the drupe of the snowberry plant? This is the same fruit type. The California buckeye is endemic to California. That means that they only grow here and nowhere else in the world. Many deciduous trees lose their leaves in the fall. However, a buckeye in the wild loses its leaves in July without regular water, unlike the tree here in the garden.
Hey everybody, I've just been enjoying the garden here and I hope you enjoyed our tour of the Gateway Science Museum today. We look forward to having people come back to the museum really soon, and thanks for supporting